What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your top 5 fights to make in the summer of 2022. I made this video I think last year, and I was like, might as well bring it back again for this year. So yeah, man, let's get into it. But yeah, these fights I feel like are going to be phenomenal. I feel like we should see them at least in the summer or in the fall. I get it. Sometimes you got like weird situations, but man, we need to see these fights. These are blockbuster fights. Hopefully, at least out of all of these 5, we get to see one of these fights. I think we'll at least get to see one, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoy this. But yeah, man, let's get to it. At number 5, I got to go with Leon Edwards Rocky versus Kumar Usman, the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. I've been saying it for a very, very long minute. I think Leon Edwards will beat Kumar Usman when they do fight in their rematch. The first fight was a good fight. But I could also see Usman knocking out Leon Edwards. I really could. Leon is a little, I would say, on the chinnier side, but I think technically Leon's a better striker. I think Leon has gotten so much better in his grappling, where I feel like Usman has gotten a little worse in his grappling, especially in his wrestling. So yeah, it is what it is. I think it's a great matchup. I think this is a fight where the UK fans could really see a world champion. I don't think guys like MVP will ever get a world title. I don't think guys like Darren Till, with all due respect, will ever get a world title. Or even, I know some people might get really mad. I don't even think Arnold Allen will be able to get a world title. I honestly think out of all the promise in the UK, it is Leon Rocky Edwards. And I think he has so much potential. He can do something a lot of UK guys can't. He can wrestle, y'all. He has a wrestling base, man. I mean, not a wrestling base, but he has a wrestling foundation that he has learned from those UK boys. I don't know how they taught it to him, but he is so good at grappling. I see it, y'all. I know what good wrestling looks like. He has it. He's one of the harder guys to take down in that division. Guys like Rafael Dos Anjos tried to take him down, and it was a no-go. He was actually able to take down Rafael Dos Anjos. I know Dos Anjos is a lightweight, but still, man, that's very, very impressive. I know Usman was able to control him, but I just don't see it happening again, man. I really don't, and I don't think we're gonna see the same Usman that fought him the first time. I think we're Usman. I think he's turning 35 in a couple of months. I think his birthday's coming up. TikTok, dude. Age is coming up, man, and age is a motherfucker, but it is what it is. That's my number 5 pick. Let's get to number 4. I had to go with TJ Dillashaw versus Aljamain Sterling. It is what it is. I mean, Aljamain, he did prove me wrong against Peter Yan. I still feel like, Yan did a lot better than a lot of people think he did. But it is what it is, and I felt like it was a very close and competitive fight. I don't think I was too impressed with Mr. Aljamain, but I like this fight. I like it for a lot of reasons. It's a good fight. It's a fun fight. They're going to talk trash. They've been talking trash to each other. I could see Cejudo getting into this fight, but I think Cejudo needs like a year in the testing pool, so we're not going to see him for a minute. So I think they should book this fight. Stylistically, it's a really good matchup, man. TJ Dillashaw, when you talk about all the drug allegations and all that nonsense, it makes him look like a bad guy. But besides that, when I was growing up, coming up through high school, I really did not like TJ Dillashaw. I thought he was a wannabe Dominic Cruz, but when you really look at his style, he has a great offensive footwork, and it's more technical than anything. I wouldn't say he is a wannabe Dominic Cruz. That was just me as a kid. I would say he is just that kind of weird, almost like semi-boxing, semi-Muay Thai kickboxing kind of style where he just flows, man. And he's just really, really good offensively. He's somewhat decent defensively. He does get caught, but offensively, what he's able to do with his offense and the combinations he's able to throw, he's so slick. He's so good, and he hides that right high kick so well. You don't see it coming. He's caught guys with it so many good times. He has decent leg kicks, and he has great wrestling. So I think it's a great fight. Aljamain,
He's a weird striker, but he is good. I will not say he's not a technical striker, but he's a weird striker, and he has great grappling. So I think they match up really well. I just think TJ can cancel out the grappling, and I think TJ beats Aljamain. It does hurt my heart that I got to pick TJ in this fight because I don't like TJ at all. So, but it is what it is. I mean, TJ is champ. It's gonna suck, but at least Dominic Cruz is gonna save the division after he takes care of his next few guys. So that'll be dope. But it is what it is. At number 3, I had to go with a specific fight. I feel like a lot of people forgot Mr. Nathaniel Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. This is the fight to make. I don't want to see Nate versus Cumshot. That's stupid. I don't want to see that. That's weak. And nor do I want to see fucking Dustin Poirier fight Rafael Dos Anjos, with all due respect to Dos Anjos, or Michael Chandler, or any of these other fights. No. I think Dustin Poirier, don't get it twisted, I don't think he should quit at fighting for the 155 title, but I think he needs to get his confidence up, and I really do think if he goes out there and fights Mr. Nathaniel, I think he beats the crap out of him. I think I've seen a lot of people say, oh, Nate beats him, blah, blah, blah. No. Dustin will smoke him like a damn blunt. Alright? I know Nate likes smoking, but Dustin's going to smoke him. Right? So maybe Nate might have a fun time getting smoked. You never know. But I think the fight with Dustin and Nate is a must-see TV. I think Dustin deserves it. I like the fight for him. And, if Nate thinks he has a chance in that, go ahead and fight him. I've heard some crazy takes that people think Nate's gonna beat him, but hey, keep dreaming. That's all I gotta say, man. It's good to dream, but it is what it is. At number 2, I talked about Mr. Cumshot, Mr. Bumzot. I gotta go with Colby Covington versus Khamzat Chimaev. You already know I own Khamzat fans. I exposed them in my breakdown. They told me. I know Mr. Bumshot won, but we all know Burns won that fight deep down in our hearts. We all know we gave him 1 and 3, but it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of people were proven wrong. They thought this guy was God, and Burns humbled him. Now, I thought Burns was going to finish him in the 3rd round, but it is what it is. We didn't get to see that. I think I saw what I needed to see. I think you guys that wanted to call him a future champ are very, very quiet now. But I don't want you guys to be quiet. I want you to be extinct. So send him to Colby Covington. If this guy's such a great fighter, if he's going to become the next champ, him versus America's champ. Him versus America's hero. Colby Covington. Let's do it. Let's do it. If he's so great, let's do it. I mean, just a month ago, Gilbert was a chinny lightweight. You remember that? You remember that? Let's keep that same energy, y'all. Let's keep that same energy. You remember how y'all said he was going to fucking knock out Usman? I laugh at you now. I laugh at you. You guys are so quiet. Why are you guys so quiet? Where's the hype? You guys are talking this champ Zot, this and that. Nah, it's bum Zot for life, man. Don't ever in your life talk like this. But this is the fight to make, man. I mean, I know I just trashed on Mr. Khamzat Chimaev, but I mean, it is what it is. He still did beat Burns, and I understand that some people felt like Khamzat won that fight. I think it's a fair analysis of what happened, but yeah, but I think in the I mean, he could get a title shot off of that. I wouldn't be mad, but I'd like to see him and Colby fight. I want to see how good his wrestling really is against an elite level wrestler. Burns was really able to neutralize that with his jiu-jitsu, and I was impressed, really was impressed. So I'd like to see him fight Colby. If he's the guy, go fight Colby, man. Go fight Colby, smoke him, beat him, do what you got to do. If you're that guy, you beat Colby Covington. If you're not that guy, you don't beat Colby Covington. And I don't think he's that guy. I'm willing to lay on that. And yeah, I think he loses to Colby Covington, but we need to see this fight. And at number 1, it's the thumbnail of the video. It is Mr. Stipe Miocic versus John Crackhead Jones, man. I gotta see this fight. I think they're gonna make this fight anyway, but I like to see it. It's a great fight. It's a blockbuster at heavyweight. You got the greatest heavyweight of all time, technically, in Stipe Miocic, versus the greatest light heavyweight of all time in John Jones. I'd love to see the fight. I think it would be a classic. Two cool wrestlers. Obviously, I think Stipe was actually the better wrestlers in terms of credentials. Two guys that come from wrestling backgrounds, that transitioned into MMA and have become actually really good strikers, and they're the best of their divisions, and they're so well rounded and they're so well balanced in what they do. I think it'll be a classic. I think it'll be a really, really good fight. And I mean, I know Stipe is coming off that knockout to Francis, but I am actually hyped for that fight. I think that's a good fight, and I think the fans would enjoy it. But it is what it is. That's my top 5 for and I can't give a prediction for that one. I don't know who to rock with there. Some days I'm feeling John Jones, other days I'm feeling Stipe. When it's fight week, y'all, I will give you guys a prediction, but I think I gave a prediction for most of these though, so it is what it is. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.